fam, it's Tams.
And Nate, and tonight we are doing butter mochi.
So good.
So yummy.
So good. So good.
Alright guys, get ready.
Okay, so butter mochi. Basically, it's a plain butter mochi recipe that I got from my mom. The main ingredient is Mochiko flour. It's rice flour. So be sure to use this specific flour when you're making butter mochi. Basically, what you're gonna do first is separate your dry ingredients versus the wet ingredients. So over here, we have your Mochiko flour, 3 cups of sugar. That's what I said, 3 cups of sugar.
It's a lot.
Baking powder. Okay.
And you'll have to excuse us guys, we are cookers, not bakers.
Not bakers.
So we don't have a proper flour sifter, so we're gonna deal with what we got. It's better than nothing.
Right, right. So, okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is sift the Mochiko flour into a mixing bowl.
A whole box of it.
We're gonna use the whole thing. And again, I am no baker, so all you regular bakers out there, don't judge. Okay, so we sifted the flour, and then we're gonna add those 3 cups of sugar. And this is just plain white sugar. Okay.
That is a lot.
It's a lot of sugar. Okay, and then the next ingredient is your baking powder, and we're gonna do 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder. This lid is not big enough for me to grab some baking powder. And again, you're gonna sift all your dry ingredients into the bowl. Get a 1/2 spoon. Okay.
We'd probably get in trouble by professional bakers by eyeballing that half there. But we're gonna go with that.
It was a half. It was half a spoon.
Ish.
Half a spoon. Okay, so there goes our dry ingredients. The next one is our wet ingredients. So we have another bowl, and we have 4 eggs. And we're gonna mix all the 4 eggs together. Okay, with the 4 eggs, next is 1/2 stick of melted butter.
1 stick of...
No, it's 1/2 stick.
It's 1 stick.
Oh. 1/2 cup, which equals to 1 stick. Okay. The next one is coconut milk. Again, this is one of my preferred brands.
It's the same one we used in the kudu video, right?
Right, the
So
kudu
check
video.
that out.
We just uploaded that video, so make sure to check out that video. And that's 1 can of the coconut milk. Next is evaporated milk or carnation milk. We're cheap, so we use the Publix brand evaporated milk. So again, 1 cup.
Hey, Publix brand ain't cheap.
Right?
It's not great value.
Right. Okay, so the next step is 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. What we'll do is just mix all of our wet ingredients together.
Alright guys, so we busted out the big guns. Since we got it, we might as well use it, right? Pull out the KitchenAid mixer and go ahead and put our dry ingredients that we've mixed up in there. We'll go ahead and pour our wet into that.
I had Nate do it because I was afraid that I would totally make a mess.
We just gotta start off slow. All right. So we'll let that get mixed up. Give it a few minutes on low. And what's gonna be our next step for after we got it mixed up good?
So just make sure there's no clumps. Gradually mix that. And then we're gonna go over here and get our baking pan ready.
All right. So to do this, I'll take it over here so we won't make a mess everywhere. Be sure to spray it on the sides well and on the bottom.
Right.
All right, so I'm just gonna scrape all this off the side here and then mix it just for another little bit. Make sure all that's incorporated. All right, I think we're good there. And so now the only step left is to pour it in the baking pan, right?
Yep.
All right.
Okay. And if we haven't set it already, make sure you preheat the oven at 350 degrees.
All right. So we've already pre-greased this pan up with a non-stick cooking spray, right?
Right?
That's a hard one for her to say sometimes. All right. And so we're gonna put this at 350 for, you said 50 minutes? 50 to 55 minutes, somewhere in there?
Yeah, 50 to 60 minutes. Basically what you're looking for is golden brown on the top. And once we get around the 50 mark, we'll check it.
All right, so we're gonna get this in the oven. We'll be back with you guys in a minute. All right, guys, so it's been about 50 minutes. We're ready to pop this baby out of here and see what we got here. All right.
So let's take it out of the oven. And that's what we're looking for. Golden brown.
I already know that baby's gonna be done. So we're gonna cut it up and we're gonna do a little taste test in a minute as soon as it cools.
Okay, fam, so we are ready to try our butter mochi. We let it cool down a little bit. I like the corner pieces.
Of course, all that crust.
Yeah.
Let me help you out.
So as you can see, it's kind of mochi-like texture. It's kind of spongy, but then it's also cake-like as well. As the mochi cools down, it'll be easier to cut up and stuff, so. Anyways, let's try this bee.
Still a little on the warm side. Mm-hmm. It's so good though. Mm. What does it remind you of? Like, if you had to think of something. It's not like a brownie texture. It's not, I mean, it's a gooey.
I mean,
chewy.
Many of you guys have tried mochi. It's like a gooey consistency. This is more on the cross between that and maybe a pound cake.
Yeah, pound. I think that the crust on the top reminds me kind of a pound cake.
Mmm. So good. So good. Well, anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button, that subscribe button, and that notification bell so you can be up to date on future videos we upload. So anyways,
I'm getting another piece.
He's getting another piece. So we are out.